think one of the most important things we can do is actually listen to people who are most affected by the programs and decisions we make and the things we advocate for. So I want to thank you all for being willing to share your experience with us, and we'll listen intently. Please go ahead and give us a little bit of background about yourself and what you would like community members to know about the Growing Resilience in Tacoma, or the GRIT program. And Stephanie, I'm going to start with you.
Hello, and thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be here and share my story. Also, I'm a little bit nervous. There are a lot of people here.
That's okay, we got you.
So thank you for listening. So I'm a single mother of 4, 2 now adult children, and 2 teenagers living in the home. I work full-time, and the Growing Resilience in Tacoma program meant basically me being able to be present with my family. I was very much considering a second part-time job before this opportunity landed in my lap like a lottery ticket. And it allowed me to put that whole idea on hold and be present for my family.
Lizette?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me here too. It's an honor to me to be here. And thank you. My name is Lizette Iglesias. I am from El Salvador. I'm part of the Tacoma Community House client for several years now, and I'm part of GREAT program. And this is amazing program, and it changed me in my whole aspect of my life. Like a single mother, it's incredible that how this possibly impact in our community, because it brought me peace. Yeah. Firstly, it brought me faith, hope, and it brought me stability, financial.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Darius?
My name is Darius Price. I grew up in Lakewood my whole life, Pierce County my whole life. I am a full-time father, full-time student, and a full-time worker. I have a beautiful little daughter, 8 years old. Grew up in a single-parent household with 4 sisters. Being the only boy was always tough with no resources or nothing like that. Always made it tough. So hearing about the GRIT program and actually looking into the resources, and it's not 3-4 calls and make you go around. It was literally 1 call, and they directed me exactly where I was supposed to go. Made things a lot easier, made holidays easier, made birthdays easier, especially not counting it, what they were doing, whether it was funds, like not counting it made easier for times when I really needed it. So the GRIT program was actually really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with you, Darius. What did the funds like enable you to do or maybe pursue that you couldn't before?
Well, before, like I said, with like working full time and then like having my daughter full time, like I feel like I wasn't making enough, and I make pretty good money, but I feel like I wasn't making enough. Getting it and not counting it, like watching the money go into the account and not counting it, not adding it to nothing that I was doing, made everything easier. Because when those times came up, Christmas or Thanksgiving or birthdays, it was like, oh, I got this over here, so it was cool.
Yeah. Thank you. Lizette, what would you want the, policymakers or people kind of that help us to do things like this, what would you want them to know about this experience for you?
Firstly, for me, to be a participant of this beautiful program, it changed our life. For me, that I challenge you to the people who has the power to make the decision for us. Is please continue with this program. It's very important for every single woman like me who has to challenge to move forward. Mm-hmm. It's very important for the elderly people outside who doesn't have any family or any resources, right? It's very important, single mother like me to move forward and raise healthy kids, raising kids in a healthy environment, not to see in that his mom is stressful, right?
Right.
That is my my challenge for you, please. Thank you, and thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you. Stephanie, what would you like people to know, or what did this allow you to do that you maybe weren't allowed to do or didn't have the space to do before?
What I would like people to know is what I found mostly with the GRIT program is that it really is a giving forward, not only with myself, but with everybody else that I was able to meet that was a recipient of the GRIT program. They just paid that forward to their community, whether that was being able to participate in community or like me, I was able to do things like get my son braces, cut down a dead tree in my yard, invest in a vacation with my family. So really just participating in life again. And I think that is really what I found with the participants of the GRIT program is that the funds were nothing that was hoarded to them. It was all needed to be able to give back into the community and participate in the community.
Thank you. We didn't really talk about your backgrounds, but what are you guys doing now? What are your jobs, and a little bit about what do you see you doing next?
So I currently work at Pierce College. I was working at Pierce College when I was able to receive the GRIT funds. One thing that the GRIT funds allowed me to be able to do was actually focus on my career more and the possibilities that were there available to me at Pierce College. So that idea of having to get a second job was put full-time on hold because I was able to get a promotion basically at work when departments were merged. And so now I'm in a place where I'm doing okay. And I think the future looks bright for me.
That's wonderful. Is that?
In my case, I work like a CNA. I'm on CNA. I work in nursing traveling, it calls. They send it to me to different facilities and rehabs. I work with a lot of people, and I see the needs in the people, in the health.
Yeah.
But my priority to, not today, not tomorrow, but in the future, and I think in a short term, and I hopefully, is to build my catering business. And I'm from my country, traditional food, and I have my own catering already, and I have clients.
Nice.
And Tacoma Community House, they support me a lot before the pandemic, and they are my best clients also. But the pandemic changed everything for everybody. But now I'm starting to build again. So I know if I post on Facebook, I for sure I'm gonna receive orders. But now I would like to make it formal.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a gift. For me, it's a gift to help to the people, to help to other persons. It's a gift. I love it. I love my job, but I love to cook. And it's amazing to see when the people receive my food with grateful and excited. So I hopefully to have the opportunity for soon. Not today, I told you,
Right.
but hopefully soon. Thank you.
I work as an assembler at a company named PIH. We assemble things for Boeing and Microsoft and other big companies. I'll also go to Pierce College, studying digital design and get my cybersecurity degree next year.
Nice.
Not too much going on with me. I'm pretty chill. At the guy type of, I do play professional pool. I'm just pretty chill guy. I just work, go home,
Nice.
just make sure business is handled. Yeah, that's it.
So as we wrap up, again, thank you guys for sharing your story. But each of you in your own way talked about how just this extra resources allowed you just a little more space in your mind and in your life to enjoy it. And I'd like you just to share a few more words about that as we get ready to leave, because I think that's the part that resources can't buy. Is peace of mind, or the ability to just focus on a thing that you didn't have time to focus on. So, Darius, I'm gonna start with you.
So what exactly was the question?
Just what was you spoke about, like having the peace of mind to be able to do for your daughter, and like just.
Well, I mean, like we all know, we live in a rainy state, so it's a lot of rainy days. Whether that's actually outside or in real life. Like we all go through personal things. Everybody in here is going through something personal, whether anybody knows about it or not. But this program made it a little easier to be able to focus on making personal things bigger without like having to overthink it or and actually having somebody to talk to about it actually helped it a lot too.
Thank you. Was that you talked about it reducing your stress and being able to have less stress while you're parenting your child? What has that meant for your family?
Repeat me again, please.
What has that meant for your family to have the reduced stress, less stress in your household? How's that changed your family?
Well, I have teenagers at home, so it's a little difficult to not have a stress. But he's a good boy. So for this season, personally, I make tamales, and I'm gonna give for homeless, and I give free for the homeless in the street.
Nice.
And I try to teach them from the little and how to share. Share is how he gonna receive. It's a good karma.
Yeah.
And I have the yoga for try to relax. But being participant of the grit, it's amazing because it relieved me a lot. So I didn't have the opportunity to get more chief or full time about the hernias because I need to get a surgery. But this is it's part of my support,
Yeah.
I have extra money for my kids. I have extra money for anything at home, anything happen in my car. So I'm calmed down, and I know, and I'm pretty sure, and I'm gonna fix it up, everything.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Stephanie, what about for you?
So for me, it really was just this deep breath that I could take. Like I mentioned before, I was very much stressed and in a place of thinking I need to get a second job. I am a full-time mom. I'm also a devoted daughter to aging parents. My mom has dementia, and so I've got a lot on my plate personally that I'm dealing with. And so the idea of a second job really just crushed my spirit because I thought, my children need me so much. My mom needs me so much. My dad needs my support so much. And the GRIT program swooped in and said, take a breath, girl, we got you. And I was able to show up for my kids when they needed me like the most during the pandemic and becoming teenagers. And I was able to show my parents like, hey, I can reciprocate for you what you've always done for me, which is show up and be there. And so the GRIT program didn't just change my life, it changed my children's lives, it changed my parents' life, and the effect of the lives that will be changed because of them is, who knows?
Who knows?
Limitless.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. And thank you for sharing your experience with us. Can we give a hand for our panel?